Hello, I am Himanshu Gogoi. I am a project staff in the Center for Nanotechnology, IIT Guwahati. So I am going to give a demonstration of this Wirebonder instrument. So first of all, this Wirebonder is made by this company TPT, and it is a semi-automatic Wirebonder. So first of all, why we need a Wirebonder? So a Wirebonder is required to make a connection from in between two places in the wafer. Suppose we want to make a connection from one metal contact to the second metal contact in the same wafer. We need this Wirebonder, and suppose or otherwise, if we need a connection from our wafer to a chip carrier, in that case we need this Wirebonder. So here we can use a gold wire, silver wire, and aluminum wire, copper wire, different wires for that bonding process. And these wires, and based on like type of the wire bonding, there are three types of wire bonding. One is ball bonding, one is wedge bonding, and other one is basically that is called ribbon bonding, like where a ribbon is connected between the two connections. And okay, so here if you see the instrument, if we see this tip is called this capillary head. So this capillary head can be of two type. It can be this wedge type, or it can be this ball bonding type. Okay, so if we see the instrument, so this is the stage where we keep our samples, where we have to make the wire bonding, and this at the same time is a heating stage also. If for some cases we need to heat the sample, so we can heat our sample in this same heating stage. So on this heating stage, as you can see, we have kept a IC carrier. On the top of IC carrier, we have this bonding tool. This bonding tool can be two type depending on the type of bonding we are doing. So the one connected here is a wedge bonding tool, and there is another type of bonding tool which is called ball bonding tool. So if you want to see this, so this is a wedge bonding tool which is connected in the system currently, and there is another type of tool which is this ball bonding tool. So this can also be connected here. So based on the type of the tool we use, we can do ball bonding or wedge bonding. So coming to this wire that we are using for bonding, I'm not sure how whether it can be visible in the video or not. There's a very fine wire we use. The diameter of this wire range from 17 micrometer to 25 micrometer, 50 micrometer in that range. So currently we are using a 25 micrometer gold wire which is connected to the bonding tool, and that is going inside the chamber where this wire spool is connected. So from this wire spool, the wire comes out, it goes inside the bonding tool, and which we are going to bond in the wafer. Okay, so coming to this control unit. So if you see the display, so these are the parameters which we need to bond to make the wire bonding. So there are basically three important parameters, which are like this ultrasonic energy, this time for bonding, and the force that we are applying to bond. Okay, so this entire wire bonding this system is based on this ultrasonic energy. Like whenever we do some bonding, some ultrasonic signal is produced due to that ultrasonic. Due to that ultrasonic signal, that the wire gets bonded to the wafer that we are using. Okay, so that energy of ultrasonic this signal we need to give, and the time for which we are doing the bonding that we need to give, and the force we need to give, and depending on the type of wires we are using and the substrate or the wafer we are using, these parameters can vary from material to material. So this is so we can bond at two positions in the wafer. So these are the parameters for bond 1, and these are the parameters for bond 2. So and this in the left side is called control path, where we can which is used to move the position position of this bonding tool on the wafer, and this display which is connected which connects this microscope to a microscope is there to locate the location where we want to do the wire bonding. So it is as I have already told, this is a semi-automatic wire bonder, and we can use it in manual mode also. So right now I am going to give a demonstration how we do a gold wire bonding on this gold chip carrier. So the first step is to do a height setup, because in the wafer the height of the area where we are going to bond may be different. So the first step is to go for height setup. So we give the height setup here. We locate the first bonding position. Suppose this is the first bonding position. So I'll click the bond here. There is a bond button here. We click it there, which measures the height of the first bonding location. Then we go to the second bonding site. Then again click this bond button, which measures the height of the second bonding location. Okay. Now it says the setup is okay. That means height setup is completed. Then we go for bonding. As I am going to do gold wire bonding to this gold chip carrier, so these parameters I have already set, where I am using 275 of ultrasonic energy for a time of 200 millisecond and for a force of 275 millinewton. So this we need to optimize depending on the material that we are using. So these are optimized values for this gold wire bonding. So first I will go to the location where I want to do the bonding. And as you can see, the wire is now attached to this chip carriers that is bonded to this location. Then we will go to the second bond position where we want to connect this wire, and then we will do the same process, and it will get bonded again. Okay, so like this we can do the wire bonding of different wires, gold, aluminum, and right now I have demonstrated the bonding on a chip carrier only. So in this chip carrier we can fix our wafers, like whether it is silicon or it is glass. We can fix our devices made on the wafer and put on this wafer, and we can make the connections from those devices, the electrodes of those devices to these chip carriers to make ICs of those devices. Similarly, we can make connections in between the two electrodes on the same wafer in the same way. Okay, so this is how we use the wire bonder. Thank you.